Hare Krishna to everybody. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So, yeah, last Saturday we had this Balram Jayanti, right? So we had the Balram Jayanti, and this Saturday we have Krishna Jayanti. So Janmashtami is there. So we'll talk something about Krishna today. Because to talk about Krishna means you need a lot of just 1 hour is not enough. In fact, Krishna's pastimes and Krishna's glories, one's full lifetime is also not sufficient. Just like Seshanath is Balram, he comes as Seshanath with 1,000 hoods he has got. And he says, even with this 1,000 hoods, even if I keep on praising Lord Krishna, it is insufficient. So just imagine how much it is. We have got just only one mouth and 2 ears. Seshnath has got 1,000 hoods. And he says, even these 1,000 hoods is insufficient. It will never be over. So in such a situation, how can we really talk about Krishna in just 1 hour and finish it? But still, in Kali Yuga, for all of us, time is a big constraint. So because the time is a constraint, one is the time, second is the inclination. Both have to be there. First, the most important thing is the inclination. If you have inclination also, then you don't get time. If you have got time, you don't get the inclination. So something or other always comes and it's not possible to discuss Krishna's glories all the time. So that is why for Kali Yuga, what has been decided, and that's why in ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada, understanding all these difficulties of the individuals, he has given us a program how you can keep yourself engaged in Krishna consciousness by having a variety. Like you get up early in the morning, you have got this Mangalarti first. Then after Mangalarti is over, then you have got this chanting program that goes on for some time. After chanting is over, the Darshanarti starts by 7:15 it starts. Then afterwards by 7:45, after half an hour, you got the Bhagavatam class you get. Then after Bhagavatam class gets over by 9 o'clock, then after 9 o'clock, by 9:30, everybody goes for their prasadam. And by 10:30, 11 o'clock, the different sevas are given to everyone. So because the different sevas are there, people are constantly engaged. From that seva can be of anything, not necessary that it has to be only something in the temple. It can be both inside the temple as well as outside the temple. There are fundraisers for the temple. So they go out, they talk. There are preachers who go out and preach. Then there are quite a few who have to go around making purchases for the temple. So everything is a seva for Krishna only. So like that, people are engaged in different activities. There are some pujari seva is there. Some people are engaged in the kirtan activities in the temple. So the point is, Prabhupada has introduced a variety so that you won't get bored with one single thing and then afterwards you say that बोर हो गया, बस हो गया आज के लिए. ऐसा नहीं होता है, क्योंकि जब बहुत कुछ फर्क वेराइटी है, then you also can keep engaging, yourself. So that's why very intelligently Prabhupada introduced this type of various programs. इसके साथ I can always be भगवान के साथ जुड़ा हो सकते हैं हमको कभी भी. उसके लिए one single जप करके बैठो बोल के तो जप कितना करेगा. We have not reached a stage where we have developed the taste for the holy name. जब भगवान का नाम पे एक रुचि आ जाएगा, then automatically we will be able to chant 24 hours also. That will not be a problem. पर रुचि आना है तो उसका पहला हमारा तो अंदर से हम पवित्र होना चाहिए. Only when I am pure can I chant the holy name with interest. Otherwise, my chanting is not satisfactory even for myself. So I find that I'm chanting, but मन इधर उधर भटकते रहता है. क्या करूं मैं? These are the problems that we have. मन भटक रहा है क्योंकि मैं अंदर पवित्रता नहीं है. I am not pure enough. That's the only reason. And how will I attain that pavitrata? How will I get that purity? Only by following the 4 regulative principles very strictly and chanting the holy name. So the solution for becoming pure is also chanting the holy name only. Like बोला जाता है ना, जब आदमी को जॉन्डिस हो जाता है, what is the medicine for him? Ganna juice, ganna, the sugar cane. That is what is the medicine for him. And when he starts chewing the sugar cane in the beginning, it's so bitter, he cannot bite it. He finds it terrible. क्या दे दिया बोल के. But we all know sugar cane is very sweet. But for a person who is jaundiced, for him the sugar cane is very, very bitter. But as he keeps on chewing that sugar cane, gradually a time comes when he finds that the sugar cane is very sweet. Similarly, when we start chanting, पहले interest नहीं आता है उतना, मन नहीं लगता है, मन इधर उधर भटकते ही रहता है. And we feel that क्या यार कैसा करना है. अभी प्रभु जी भी पीछे पड़ता है, जब हुआ है कि नहीं बोल, वो भी पूछ लेते हैं प्रभु जी. तो दैट इज ऑल्सो अनदर प्रॉब्लम. तो इधर प्रभु जी को मिलो ही मत या प्रभु जी से दूर रहो, ऐसे है. तो प्रभु जी तो पूछेंगे बिकॉज दैट इज आवर जॉब. दैट इज ऑल्सो ए सेवा एक्चुअली. Encouraging others to do chant the holy name of the Lord, that is the biggest seva. Give out the message of Supreme Lord, that is the biggest seva. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, last में बोल रहे हैं वो, तो क्या बोल रहे हैं? Those who preach my message, they are very, very dear to me. There cannot be someone who is more dear than the ones who preach my message. तो अभी हम भी चाहते हैं कि भगवान का प्रिय बन जाएं हम. I can also develop that love for Krishna. That is there. तो करना है तो जरा all these activities will have to be done. Not everybody is going to receive it with the same, what do you call that? The same enthusiasm or same interest. Many people may or may not be interested in listening to also. But still, it's our duty to keep on trying. So that is because we won't attain that pure love. So here, in today's lecture, this is just a beginning of some. ये तो एक प्रियम्बल पूरा दे दिया स्टार्टिंग में, इंट्रोडक्शन डाल के एक फाउंडेशन डाल के बता दिया अभी. नाउ वील गो टू द chapter, Canto 10, chapter 3, text 53. I'm taking you to the last shloka of this chapter. Text 53. Yashodananda patni cha jatam param abudhyata natallingam parishranta nidrya pagata smritihi. Somebody has got it? Can somebody read the translation?
Shall I read?
Yeah, please read. Jeevan.
Yashoda, Srimad Bhagavatam 10.3.53. Yashoda Nanda translation, okay. Translation: exhausted by the labor of the childbirth, Yashoda was overwhelmed with the sleep and unable to understand what kind of child had been born to her.
Exhausted by the labor of childbirth, Yashoda was overwhelmed with sleep and unable to understand what kind of child had been born to her. She did not know whether it's a boy or a girl that was born to her. Purport padhiye.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Nanda Maharaja and Vasudeva were intimate friends, and so were their wives Yashoda and Devaki. Although their names were different, they were practically non-different personalities. The only difference is that Devaki was able to understand that the Supreme Personality of Godhead had been born to her and had now changed into Krishna, whereas Yashoda was not able to understand what kind of child had been born to her. Yashoda was such an advanced devotee that she never regarded Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but simply loved him as her own child. Devaki, however, knew from the very beginning that although Krishna was her son, he was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In Vrindavana, no one regarded Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When something very wonderful happened because of Krishna's activities, the inhabitants of Vrindavana, the cowherd men, the cowherd boys, Nanda Maharaja, Yashoda, and the others were surprised, but they never considered their son Krishna the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sometimes they suggested that some great demigod had appeared there as Krishna. In such an exalted status of devotional service, a devotee forgets the position of Krishna and intensely loves the Supreme Personality of Godhead without understanding his position. This is called Kevala Bhakti and is distinct from the stages of Jnana and Jnanavayi Bhakti. Thus, the end of Bhakti Vedanta purports of the 10th canto, 3rd chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Birth of Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare ज्ञानन्दमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशालकयः चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. I was born in the darkest of ignorance, but my spiritual master has opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I pay my humble and respectful obeisances unto him. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So the time had come for Krishna to take birth, because what happened was, when all these things, this fight and everything was going on between the Asuras and Devas, all of them went to Kshirsagara Samundar, Kshirsagara ocean, where Vishnu is always like. So there, after going, they had approached Brahma, all the demigods. Brahma said, let's go and meet Krishna, no, Vishnu, because he is the one who will have some solution for our problems. Because the Devas were really being butchered left and right by the Asuras. So when all these people went to the shore, seashore, and everybody started worshipping the Lord, they worship by reciting Purusha Sukta. Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat Savomim Vishwatortva Atyadishtadashangulam Purusha Evedgam Sarvam. Like that, they start and they keep on chanting. Then the Lord is there. Then they explain to the Lord, all these problems are there. Prabhuji, something has to be done. Now Bhuma Devi is there. It is the Bhuma Devi who started the whole thing, making a big complaint. She said, I am not able to bear the weight of this universe. She said, I can take any number of mountains. I can take any number of species of life. But this particular human, this demonic species who are there, because they commit so much of sinful activities, I find it very burdensome. Not that Bhuma Devi has got a difficulty, अरे कितना वजन कितना उठाएगा, ऐसा नहीं है. That is not her problem. Her problem is only when the sinful activities increase in this universe, then she finds it very burdensome and she wants a relief from these sinful activities. So she stops producing many things. When the sinful activities start, she will stop producing many things, and natural calamities, everything will start at that. So now you find it anywhere in the world, you see, wherever, even US, and how much of calamities, tempest is coming, so much of flood, everything. Recently we had this Uttarakhand flood, and today the news is that there's a big cloudburst in Kashmir, so Kishtiwar, and that place is totally flooded, and it's all because of sinful activities that has an increasing all these natural calamities also simultaneously, because God, nature has got its own way of balancing many things in life. So that happens. So when these people, when Bhuma Devi cried like this and went to Brahma, and they all went to the to Lord Vishnu, Vishnu said, I will come. I will come down. Don't worry. He said like that. Now, generally what happens is the avatars of Krishna, Vishnu come. Like you had this Matsya Avatara, Kurma Avatara, Varaha Avatara, Narsimha Avatara. All these various avatars have come. Parashurama, all these various avatars have come. Vamana Avatar. All these people come, avatars come to execute a specific purpose. They execute a specific purpose or a particular job. They come. Like Narasimha Avatar came only to kill Hiranyakashipu and protect Prahlad. Nothing more than that. This one came, Vamana Avatar came to kill Bali Maharaj and show that he is a Triyuganarayan, to show that he came. He came that. This one, Varaha Avatar came only to kill Hiranyaksha and protect the world and bring it back on the ocean. So every Matsya Avatar came to protect the Vedas and everything. So every avatar comes for a particular purpose. Not necessarily that Krishna himself has to come. No? Because he has so many, all the avatars and Krishna's representatives are very, very powerful. वो जो भगवान कर सकते हैं, इन लोग भी सब कुछ कर सकते हैं. तो बड़ी बात नहीं है. So the question comes, why Krishna is personally saying that I will come for this? Any answer for this? Why Krishna is saying I'll personally come? He says I'll personally come only to protect his devotees and do the leelas. To associate with the devotees, with his devotees. अभी भगवान को लीलास परफॉर्म करेगा तो किसके साथ करेगा? He will do it only with his own devotees. He can perform because they understand him. They can appreciate what he is doing. तो भगवान ने डिसाइड किया कि चलो I will come down myself. परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. परित्राणाय साधूनां. That is the first primary thing for Krishna. He wants to protect his devotees, take care of them. Killing the asuras and all is all secondary for him. That is not a main purpose for which he comes. Many people think that he is coming to kill so many people. No, that is not. By the by, he also kills many of the demons. But his main purpose is to perform his leelas with his devotees and increase their love for him more and more. They are able to appreciate the Lord more, because devotees can see that he is a supreme Lord, he can do anything. Unlike demonic people and many materialistic people who can only think Krishna is a mystic उसका पास कुछ पावर है, एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी पावर है, ऐसा कुछ कर सकता है बोल के। नो, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. ऑफ कोर्स ही इज द मास्टर ऑफ ऑल मिस्टिसिज्म. He is a master of Yatra Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna बोलता है ना. Yogeshwara Krishna means what? He is a master of mysticism. All the mystics, everything is coming from him only. But he doesn't come to perform his mysticism. He comes to do his Leela Seva. So he said, I am coming down, all you Devatas, everybody, you go and take birth in the world. So when he is going to come down, before him itself, many Devatas came, many Devis came, they took birth, said, go and take birth in Edu dynasty. So many of them came, and some came along with him, and many also come after him. Just like when the president is going to another country, or the prime minister is going to another country, before the president or prime minister travel, there are many of his bureaucrats and many of his close confidants who travel to that company, to that country first, to make all the arrangements. And when the president or prime minister goes, along with him also many go. And afterwards also many people travel to those countries. Is it not? That we can see here. Same thing with Krishna. Whatever we are doing, whatever Krishna is in, that's the same thing we are also doing in this. You know? So many people came. So he said, go and take birth. And now the time has come for Krishna to take birth. And now the question is, where should he take birth? That's the thing. Now here, where he should take birth, what happened was, Vasudeva and Devaki, long time back, they had performed tapas for 12,000 celestial years. They had performed. So they had performed so much of celestial tapas and everything. Krishna came before them and asked, what do you want? They said, we want a child like you. He said. Krishna said, that is not possible because I am very unique. मेरे जैसा और कोई मिल नहीं सकते आप. अगर if you want the desire to be fulfilled, मेरे जैसे एक बच्चा आना है, then I myself should come. Then only that is possible. There is nobody equal to me. There is nobody superior to me. Everybody is below me only. तो क्या हो गया ऐसा बोला तो? Krishna first comes. They say, oh, all right, okay, you come. So first, he says, I will come for 3 births. So the first birth he takes as Prishnigarbha. Prishnigarbha is the son of Prishni and Sutapa. That is the first parent for Krishna. Then afterwards, he comes as a second birth in the next yuga, millennium, as Vamana Avatara for Kashyapa Muni and Aditi. That is the second. Now, third birth, he comes as Krishna for Devaki and Vasudeva. Now, Devaki and Vasudeva do not know. They have forgotten all these things because, as usual, once we finish our birth, next birth, we do not know what we did in the previous birth, right? In this birth, do we know what we did in the previous birth? Nobody remembers it. Is it not? And we continue with our old habits. Old habits are always there. These habits are all carried forward from one Janma to another Janma. We are doing that, our thought processes and everything. We do that. So here what happened? So in the prison house, Krishna is telling, as soon as he was born, he is telling these people that you are worshipped like this. And at that time I had come as Prishnigarbha, then I came as Bhavana, and now I am coming as Krishna because you desired that I should come. And you are my eternal parents. So I have come for you, he says. Now when Krishna is to be born, what happens is everything, all the atmosphere, everything becomes very congenial. Good? अनुकूल हो जाते हैं सब कुछ. So if you see there's a very pleasant breeze blowing. इधर हो जाता है. Then afterwards, all the constellations, all the stars, सब एकदम astronomically, everything is so formed, everything becomes positive. कुछ नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट ही नहीं है भगवान बर्थ लेते समय. बिकॉज वी आर ऑल इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय व्हाट. व्हेनेवर वी आर बॉर्न, ये कुंडली बनाते हैं ना, उसमें क्या देखते हैं हम लोग? तो यूर कॉन्स्टलेशंस एंड यूर स्टार्स, कौन से ग्रह में क्या है, सब देखते हैं ना. ये हम देखते हैं और बोलते हैं कि अरे इसके कारण से ऐसा है बोल के. that is okay as a direction, as a guide. But many people क्या हो जाते हैं, उसी के ऊपर पूरा डिपेंडेंट हो जाता है बाद में, जिंदगी भर कुछ भी हो गया, छोटा मोटा हो गया, अरे ज्योतिष के पास भागो, वैसा नहीं है. बट कृष्णा का केस में क्या हो गया, कृष्णा वॉज, फॉर कृष्णा एवरीथिंग वॉज वेरी पॉजिटिव, एवरीथिंग वॉज पावरफुल. राहु देखो, राहु भी पावरफुल है, केतु देखो, केतु भी पावरफुल है, मार्स देखो, मार्स भी पावरफुल है. एनी दिस थिंग यू टेक, एवरीथिंग इज पावरफुल फॉर, बिकॉज ही इज लॉर्ड. Obviously, everybody has to fall in line and support him, protect him. Everything has to be done. क्या अच्छा है ना उनका position. So देखो, so is there like that? So what happens? Actually, if we become good devotees, our position will also be like it. That's what Krishna says. That's okay. That's another subject matter. We take it up. But the point क्या है कि सब बराबर हो गया. And not only that, the natural this thing, like it was a September when he was born, but the atmosphere was like that of a spring. Everything so nice. कमल तो डे टाइम पे फूलते हैं ना, वो तो कमल blossoms during daytime, lotus flowers and lilies. But Krishna is going to be born at night time, and even at night time, all these lilies and lotus flowers started blossoming. Everything happened, and also the everywhere you found that there was a very positive vibration. The Brahmanas and all who were prevented from doing any yajna, Brahmanas were told very clearly, sannyasis were told very clearly, कोई यज्ञ पाठ नहीं करना चाहिए. यज्ञ पाठ करेगा तो फांसी लग जाएगा, नहीं करना चाहिए. तो Brahmanas and sannyasis, they were all very much worried, ये क्या होगा बोल के. And their mind was always constantly disturbed, क्योंकि डर लगता था कुछ करेगा तो कहीं किधर से आके पकड़ लेगा पता नहीं बोल के. But now, at the time when Krishna was to be born, उनका हार्ट में क्या क्या, हृदय में एकदम, they were feeling एकदम very satisfied, very happy. They were feeling. They do not know that Krishna is going to be born, huh? But somehow or the other, their hearts were all very fulfilled and very satisfied. So ऐसा समय पे होता था. And when this happened, at that time, even the devatas on the top, they were all ready with petals because they knew that Krishna is going to be born now. So they had all the flowers, flower petals, everything ready. That Krishna born hoga, then we can put it. And at that time, what happened was, in September महीने का, there was a mild thunder उधर. And जो यमुना नदी थी, उसका जो लहरें हैं, लहरें were also coming so sweetly. They were also making noise and coming. All these things happened. And as soon as he was born, then क्या कर रहा है कि वो is born. Now he's going to be born. When he's going to be born, Vasudeva is thinking, अरे अभी कृष्ण आने का टाइम हो गया, अभी आएगा तो क्या होगा. All the previous sons, what I did, I went and gave it to Kamsa. अभी इसको क्या करूं बोल के. Krishna, what he does when he's born, he comes out as Chaturbhuj. He comes. No, he's born as soon as born. He takes a Chaturbhuj rupa. Chaturbhuj means the four-handed form he takes. Shanga, Chakra, Gada, Padma, सब रखे हैं हाथ पे. And when he's taking that Chaturbhuja, तो क्या हो रहा है कि वसुदेव देख लेते हैं, अरे चतुर्भुज है. देवकी भी देखती है, वो भी समझ के कि ये तो चतुर्भुज है. And now they are satisfied. उनको पता है कि आठवां बच्चा तो भगवान होने वाले हैं, श्री कृष्ण खुद आने वाले हैं, और ये आके he is going to kill our friend, my brother Kamsa. And Kamsa is also waiting. ये बच्चा कब आएगा? I want to wait. So that as soon as he is born, I will kill him. So there is no problem. Because when they are small babies, they can't protect themselves. So it's easy to kill at that time. These are the demonic people think always, Somebody who is helpless, go and attack them and kill them. So the Shastra says there are few people whom we should not attack or we should not kill. One, the Brahmanas. Second, the cows. Third, women. Fourth, the children. And the fifth, old people. कौन-कौन बोला मैं पांच? One, the ब्राह्मणास, कोई बोल सकते हैं? बोलिए प्रभु।
Brahmanas,
हाँ,
then children, then
ओके,
women, old age
हाँ,
people.
और पीपल,
अच्छा,
Cows.
काउस,
cows.
करेक्ट, गाय, गाय बछड़े को भी नहीं खाना चाहिए. सो ऑल दिस फाइव वन शुड नेवर हार्म द मटन. पर आजकल क्या हो रहा है? बहुत कुछ हो रहा है ना, सब तो. स्लॉटर हाउसेस आर ओपन फॉर द काउस, सो सेंड देम टू द स्लॉटर हाउसेस. बहुत अन्याय है ये तो, बहुत पाप लग जाते हैं इसमें तो. विमेन, विमेन द प्रोटेक्शन तो कितना कम हो गया. विमेन, विमेन आर सपोज टू बी प्रोटेक्टेड इन द सोसाइटी, बट विमेन आर लूजिंग देयर प्रोटेक्शन इन द सोसाइटी. ये सब हो रहा है. वही तो, ओल्ड पीपल, अभी पेपर में पढ़ते हैं ना, ओल्ड मैन सीनियर सिटीजन 80 years old, 87 years old, फ्रॉड हो गया उसका ऊपर. तुम्हारा कौन सा, देयर आर सो मेनी ऑनलाइन फ्रॉड, देयर आर बहुत कुछ आता है. ऑल दिस थिंग्स कीप हैपनिंग, यू नो. दैट्स आल्सो ए फॉर्म ऑफ एन अटैक ऑन दैट मैन ओनली. ये वो है. सो बोल रहे कि ये कम से कम तो ऐसा कुछ सोच विचार नहीं है. ही इज विलिंग टू किल एनीवन एंड एवरीबडी, यू नो. सो दे वर वरीड. अभी कंस ने आगे क्या करेगा, बच्चे को क्या करेगा, बच्चे को भी मार देगा. दैट वाज देयर फियर इन द हार्ट. अब क्या करना है, क्या करना है बोल के. सो एट द टाइम कृष्णा कम्स, ही कम्स इन चतुर्भुज में आ जाता है इनके सामने. एंड पूरा फुल्ली ग्रोन हेयर he has got a mukut on his head. He is having kuntala in his ears. He is having nice, what do you call that? The ornaments around his neck. He has got the Kaustuba jewel on his neck. He has got Srivatsa mark on his chest. And he is wearing a Pitambar dhoti also. He has come. And he has got so many bracelets and everything on his arms, in his hands, everywhere. It's all put. And बहुत सुंदर लग रहा है भगवान देखने में. He is very small, but in a small this thing भगवान is full. अभी भगवान विष्णु फॉर्म में आते थे, ये मत सोचिए कि पूरा फुल जरूर बोल के पिक्चर में बताता, ऐसा नहीं आता. ये कम से ऐसे स्मॉल बॉय वैसे ही आ रहे हो तो. बट द पॉइंट इज दिस, व्हेन ही कम्स, वसुदेव को समझ गया कि भगवान खुद आ गया. देव को भी समझ गया भगवान आया. तो वसुदेव इमीडिएटली स्टार्ट्स ऑफरिंग प्रेयर्स टू कृष्णा. He is talking about him as a great personality. अभी देखो, वसुदेव was scared when the child was to be born. क्या होगा बोल के. तो ये आएगा तो इसको भी मार देगा बोल के. That was the same worry with Devaki also. अभी क्या हो गया, बच्चा आ गया तो वसुदेव and Devaki, उनका जो fear था, the entire fear went away. On one hand they were anxious because they thought Kamsa will come and kill. On the other hand, they are also feeling very contented because they were very fearless, because उनको पता था कि भगवान को कोई मार नहीं सकता है. ये भी है. It's a mixture of combination of both. It come once this will come, once that will come, this feeling will keep on coming in the heart. पता है कुछ हो नहीं सकता है बोल के भगवान को. तो एक चलते चलते समय Vasudeva starts offering lots of prayers to Krishna. I'm not getting into the prayers for the want of time. People can go through the prayers. It's very nice prayers where he's offering, you know. So when he's offering all these prayers, but he's expressing one thing, you know. Your previous 7 sons were killed by Kamsa. He's done that. Ab kya hoga? This man is very cruel. And Devaki is also offering her prayers, and she is telling him that, look, Krishna, you have come, Bhagavan, you have come here. बट ये हमारा जो भाई है ना, ये कंस, ये तो बहुत डेंजरस मैन है. No, he has killed so many. He will kill you also. But I don't want him to kill you. I want to hide you somewhere. So tell me a method where I can hide you somewhere, so that you don't fall in. You are not visible to Kamsa. And in the process, she is also expressing how the demonic people were there. One prayer is there. She says you are visible to all your devotees. But I don't want you to be visible to persons like Kamsa or others who are the demonic people. अगर उनको देख भी गया तो उनको समझना नहीं चाहिए कि यू आर ए गॉड. ये भी नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि पीपल विल थिंक अरे भगवान आ गया तो क्या है, ये भगवान है तो कुछ, ये कंस को मारने के लिए आए ले. सो एवरीबडी विल बी प्रिपेयरिंग देमसेल्व्स टू किल द चाइल्ड when people means the Kamsa's people, they will be preparing to kill. तो वो बोल रहे कि see what Vasudeva had promised, every child that is born I will come and give you. कंस को बोला था ना उसने तो। पर अब इधर क्या लोग विचार करते हैं दोनों बैठ के, अरे ये कृष्ण को तो नहीं देना चाहिए, ये भगवान है, भगवान को किस तरफ से देंगे, भगवान को देंगे तो ये आदमी मार भी देगा, भगवान को मार देगा तो क्या हो जाएगा। पर उनको ये भी पता था कि भगवान को मार नहीं सकते, फिर भी एज पेरेंट्स दे आर फादर एंड मदर नो, अब इसको तो डर रहेगा ही ना। तो डर में तो लगता है लोग ये बच्चे को हमारा बच्चा है, वी हैव टू प्रोटेक्ट हिम एट ऑल कॉस्ट, दैट्स व्हाट दे थिंक, and they are praying, worshipping everything, and then they fall silent. So when they fall silent, that is the time when Krishna starts talking to them and explains to them about the 3 births that she had worshipped so much, and that's why I've taken a birth as your son Krishna. I come myself personally. And he says, I've taken Vishnu form only to convince you that I am God, and I've come myself personally. If I come just like an ordinary 2-handed kid, you would not have known whether I am the Supreme Lord or not. You would not have known. You will think that like any other child you were born, now this child is also born. You may think like that. So, to make it everything clear, I am born as a 400 person to show you all these things. So, Devaki is talking. Devaki tells Krishna, look, you're coming 400 form. That's all fine. But please don't be in that 400 form. Become a normal child. Become like any other human child. Because एकदम तुम human child जैसा हो जाएगा, risk factor कम है. एक 4 भुज में आएंगे तो everybody knows that you are God. Then people will want to, that Kamsa's people will want to come and take you away. But if you're only 200 form, people will think, ये कोई बच्चा है, ठीक है. They may ignore. You know, and I may also, it will be easy for me also to hide you somewhere, protect you. So Krishna बोलते हैं कि ठीक है, you want me to see in my 200 form? So he immediately converts himself from 400 form to 200 form. He stays there. Then he is telling Vasudeva, Suno Vasudeva, I come here. I have convinced you that I am God. Your 8th child, I will be born. वो अश्रीरी ने बताया था पहला तुमको. अश्रीरी बोल के तो the voice on the in the clouds, you know, they talk. तुम्हारा शादी के समय पे Devaki was protected at that time because by your intelligence you protected Devaki at that time, because Kamsa wanted to kill Devaki at that time itself. Because Kamsa क्या सोचा, अगर ये मारेगा तो ये बच्चा आएगा ना, अगर माँ ही नहीं तो बच्चा कैसा आएगा, तो माँ को ही मारा लो, ऐसा सोच रहा था. बट यू आर इंटेलिजेंट इनफ टू प्रोटेक्ट देवकी, एंड बाकी सब बच्चे आए, सबको तो उसने मार दिया. वो भी क्यों मारा उसने, वो पहले एक्चुअली डिडंट वांट टू किल. व्हेन द फर्स्ट चाइल्ड वाज बोर्न एंड व्हेन Vasudev took the child to Kamsa, Kamsa said, Arey, why are we bringing the first child? Who is only your 8th child who is going to kill me. So I don't want to kill the first child to second child. He says that. When he's saying this, his council of ministers, and at that time Narad Muni also comes. तो नारद मुनि बोलते हैं 8वां कहां से गिनती है, गिनते आगे से गिनते कि पीछे से गिनते, कैसा 8वां कौन सा आता है, तुमको कैसा मालूम है. अभी फंस गया कंस ने, कंस को समझा नहीं क्या बोल के. इमीडिएटली कंस के जो मिनिस्टर से बोलते बराबर है, सब बच्चे को मार डालो, कोई किसी को छोड़ो मत, देन यू आर वेल प्रोटेक्टेड. व्हाई डिड नारदा कम एंड टॉक लाइक दिस? बिकॉज ही वांटेड द लॉर्ड टू कम फास्टर एंड फास्ट, अर्लियर एंड अर्लियर. जितना इधर पाप ज्यादा करते जाएगा उतना जल्दी से भगवान आएगा. नहीं तो भगवान में ही डजंट वांट द लॉर्ड टू डिले हिज एडवेंट इनटू दिस वर्ल्ड. बराबर है ना. जैसा पाप हो जाते क्या बोलते हैं, धर्म संस्थापनार्थ है संभवामि युगे युगे बोल रहा है ना. तो धर्म करना है तो कितना अधर्म ज्यादा हो रहा है जो भगवान जी उतना जल्दी आ जाएगा. दैट वाज नारदास लॉजिक. तो बोला कि छोड़ना नहीं चाहिए, ये आदमी को पाप करने दो और भी पाप करने दो, भगवान जल्दी आ जाएगा. सो ही वाज एनकरेजिंग कंस ऑल्सो इन अ वे इनडायरेक्टली टू कमिट दिस सिंफुल एक्टिविटीज. तो किया भगवान तो बोलिए. सो हो गया. तो देन आत्मा में आया तो भगवान बोलते कि इधर तो मैं उस समय, हाँ, तो भगवान आप बोल रहे हैं इसको कि देवकी एंड वसुदेव को बोलते हैं, डोंट वरी, व्हाट यू डू इज यू प्लीज टेक मी आउट फ्रॉम हियर एंड टेक मी टू नंद महाराजा's प्लेस. तो जब बोल रहे हैं सर तो सोचते हैं कि अरे वहां कैसे लेके जाऊं, वो तो यमुना के उस पार पे है, इस पार पे नहीं है, एंड अभी तो हम लोग सब बंदी बैठे हैं, निकलेंगे कैसे यहां से. तो कृष्ण बोलते हैं उसके बारे में क्या फिक्र करता है, टक टक बोल के एक एक सा चेन उतरना शुरू. एंड दिस टाइम व्हाट ही आल्सो डिड वाज, योग माया है ना, योग माया, देयर इज अ योग माया, यू नो. सी वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड देयर आर टू थिंग्स, योग माया एंड महामाया, देयर आर टू थिंग्स. सो योग माया क्या किया, he immediately put all the guards to sound sleep. They did not know what is happening. Their senses were not at all working at that time. Nothing was working for them. They could not make out also something is going on inside. अरे अंदर भगवान आ गया, भगवान इतना बात कर रहा है, इन लोग अपना प्रयास ये कर रहा है, इतना कॉन्वर्सेशन चल रहा है, सबके लिए तो टाइम मांगते हैं ना, इतना सब चल रहा है अंदर. बट ऑल द गार्ड्स आर ऑन साउंड स्लीप. कुछ पता ही नहीं चलता क्या अंदर होता है बोल के. योग माया का क्या बोलेगा, इस उसका चमत्कार है ये, तो ये हो रहा था. सो दीज पीपल, ये जो बंधा हुआ था, ऑल आयरन चेन्स एंड एवरीथिंग, वन बाय वन इट स्टार्टेड ओपनिंग. इवन द गेट ओपन, द सेल गेट, द प्रिजन हाउस वेयर दे हैड केप्ट इन अ पर्टिकुलर सेल दे हैड पुट, वो भी ओपन हो गया. एंड वसुदेव कैरीड द चाइल्ड, वेंट आउट. एंड यही समय पे क्या हो गया, एट द सेम टाइम इन इज गोइंग, Yogamaya also took birth as Yashoda Mataji's daughter. She was also born simultaneously at the same time in Nandagaon. तो बर्थ हो गया उसका. अभी क्या हो गया कि this man Vasudev is taking, carrying and going there. So when he comes near the Yamuna Nadi, क्या हो जाता है कि Yamuna Nadi starts opening up, you know, for him to leave the way. We all know about the सेतु ब्रिज, राइट, क्या बोलते हैं, सेतु बंधन, इन रामचरित्र में आता है. सेतु बंधन में क्या होता है, भगवान को जब पार करके जाना है, ओशन इज ओपनिंग अप फॉर हिम, करेक्ट. इस ओशन इज ओपनिंग अप ना, द इंडियन ओशन इज ओपनिंग अप एंड लॉर्ड इज एबल टू go forward, is able to do it, and they're able to put the nice bridge and they're all able to walk to that side, other side of the ocean. Similarly here also Yamuna started opening up. Yamuna started so much opening up. पर क्या होता था कि यमुना को बहुत चाहती थी कि I have to touch Krishna's feet. बोल के she was very eager to touch Krishna's feet. So sometimes what used to happen was the Yamuna will come almost covering Vasudev, but still he was being protected. उतना नहीं होता था, उसको ऊपर आता था, रास्ता तो खुलता था, but Yamuna from both sides they were rising so much wanting to touch Krishna's feet because he's inside, he's being carried on his head, so wanted to touch. और अभी क्या है, बारिश भी गिर रहा है ऊपर से. तो what Ananta Sesh did, the minute the gate, the cell gate was opened, I'm not in the entire prison main gate nahi, the jo which the cell where they were opening, when the cell gate opened, immediately Ananda Sesh appeared there, and he gave a shelter. He was like on top, you know, like an umbrella. He was there protecting Krishna and taking him, and so they started moving. And Ananda Sesh was fully covering Krishna so that the rain will not fall on Krishna and he will not become wet. क्या ब्यूटीफुल है ना भगवान का, देखो क्या क्या है, कैसे कैसे करते हैं. दैट्स व्हाई अनंत शेष जो है, there is nobody like Ananda Sesh who can serve Krishna. Ananda Sesh क्या है, is Lord Balram, and Lord Balram is the first expansion of Krishna. We all know that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So what about Balram? Is there any difference between Krishna and Balram? Actually, there is no difference between Krishna and Balram. But Balram is known as Supreme Personality of Servitor God. That's his name. You know, because भगवान का सेवा करने में प्रथम सेवक है बलराम जी. उनके जैसे कोई सेवा नहीं कर सकते. एनीथिंग यू सी ही इज देयर. हर दिन कॉइल बन के वो भगवान के लिए सोने के लिए छोड़ देते हैं, बेड बना देते हैं. इतना सॉफ्ट बेड, यू नो, दिस स्नेक्स स्किन इज वेरी सॉफ्ट, वेरी वेरी सॉफ्ट स्किन इट हैज गॉट, यू नो. एंड ऐसे इतना सॉफ्ट मुलायम बेड बना देते हैं कि भगवान उसमें आके सो सकते हैं कभी भी, यू नो. किधर भी तो कर सकते हैं. ही इज डूइंग द सेवा ऑफ spreading the message of Krishna. That's why Balaram is known as Adi Guru, where all the messages come from him. शेषनाथ है, संकर्षण बोलते हैं. संकर्षण थे तो पूरा ये चतुर्भुज पूरा आ गया. ऑल दी थ्री शिरोडकाशी, क्या कारणोदकाशी विष्णु, गर्भोदकाशी विष्णु, शिरोडकाशी विष्णु, everyone is an expansion from शेषनाथ, from संकर्षण प्रभु. ऐसे तो आ रहा है उधर से. तो then your creation of the three Trimurtis, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, they are also further expansion from your Mahavishnu. उधर से आता है. But that's again संकर्षण का ही तो एक्सपेंशन क्या सकते हैं. कृष्णा का इधर एक्सपेंशन नहीं होता है इधर से. कृष्णा तो एक ही काम करते हैं. जाते हैं वृंदावन में, बैठे हैं ऊपर बैठ के, सुबह उठता है, मक्खन बिकन खाता है, ऑल दी मिठाई खा लेते हैं. आफ्टरवर्ड्स अपना दोस्तों के साथ, मित्रों के साथ, गोपास के साथ, ही गोज फॉर ग्रेजिंग द काउज एंड काफ्स. डेली ही डज दैट. मजा करके बैठे है. ही इज द हैप्पीएस्ट पर्सन. यू ऑलवेज, यू नेवर सी कृष्णा इन ए सैड मोमेंट और वेरी सीरियस पर्सन. कृष्णा इज नेवर सीरियस अबाउट एनीथिंग. ही इज ऑलवेज हैप्पी, एंजॉयिंग हिज लाइफ. इसलिए कृष्णा बोलते हैं, अरे तुमको भी एंजॉय करने मेरे पास आ जा. You, if you come to me, you will also enjoy, because pleasure is very, very contagious. Correct.
Contagious.
Correct. So happiness is contagious. You know, if you are, thank you, Mataji. So if you are with somebody who is happy, you will also become happy. Very natural it is. Correct. That's what we all seek. And in Bhagavatam it explains, man by nature is seeking for happiness all the time. All the 24/7 is always seeking for happiness. Unfortunately, he doesn't know where to get this happiness. He tries all these material things. But Krishna बोलते हैं, मेरे पास आ जाओ, you will always be happy. Because हमको तो क्या दुख है वो मैं जानता ही नहीं है. I do not know what unhappiness is. I am always happy. तो हम बोलते हैं, भगवान तुमको अनहैप्पीनेस समझना है, मेरे पास आओ, हमारे पास आ जाओ, हम लोग सिखाएंगे तुमको क्या अनहैप्पीनेस है बोल के. But no, we all want to be happy only. So we have to, and Krishna is giving us the way. And everybody has given the way how to approach Krishna and do that Gokul. So he takes them to Nanda Maharaja's house, the child, the baby, infant. And when Vasudeva takes the baby to Nanda Maharaja's house, by Yoga Maya's Shakti, what is happening? All the men folk, all the women folk are deep in sleep. Nobody knows what is happening. उधर वसुदेव जी आते हैं, घर के अंदर आते हैं. He is keeping Krishna next to Yashoda, and Yashoda has also given a birth to a child. He picks up that child. It's a girl child. Krishna picks up that, Vasudeva picks up that girl child, girl infant, and he is bringing back to the jail from there. And throughout, Yogamaya is protecting him. Seshnath is protecting him, and they all come back to the Karagar. अंदर आ गया तो क्या हो गया? All the chains and everything अपने आप घट 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 बोल के everything is again what you call handcuffed. The legs, the chains in the legs, the door is closed, door is locked. Everything अपने आप सब कुछ हो जाता है. So here in this particular shloka, what we are seeing in the purport, it explains Nanda Maharaja and Vasudeva were intimate friends, and so were their wives Yashoda and Devaki. Although their names were different, they were practically non-different personalities. The only difference is that Devaki was able to understand that the Supreme Personality of Godhead had been born to her and had now changed into Krishna, whereas Yashoda was not able to understand what kind of child had been born to her. That is the first thing. Because Krishna doesn't want Yashoda to know at this point of time, and he's not telling also. And even कोई बोलते नहीं है उसके बारे में, बात ही नहीं करते. Yashoda was such an advanced devotee that she never regarded Krishna as the supreme personal regarded, but simply loved him as her own child. That is the highest level of love of God. Ultimately, हमारा सब, what we have to do, we have to attain that love of God. That is very, very important. हम जो भी कर रहे हैं ना इधर सब, ये वैदिक भक्ति सब जो भी फॉलो कर रहे हैं, this वैदिक भक्ति is to get to that stage of Raganuga Bhakti. And in order to reach that Raganuga Bhakti, you have to go through this वैदिक भक्ति only. It doesn't come on its own. तो हम इस वैदिक भक्ति से जाते हैं. वैदिक भक्ति, I will explain what is वैदिक भक्ति and what is Raganuga Bhakti. तो क्या होता है कि Yashoda was such an advanced devotee that she never regarded Krishna as a supreme personal godhead, but simply loved him as her own child. Devaki, however, knew from the very beginning that although Krishna was her son, he was the supreme personality of Godhead. Devaki knew. अभी देखो देवकी का ही उलझन है. She knows that Krishna is her son, and she also knows that Krishna is the supreme personality of God. अभी उसका मन में क्या होगा? Maybe now she has got also affection of a mother's affection is also she is having. So as a mother's affection, what she wants her son to happen, she wants to protect her son. Okay, that is a mother's natural tendency. At all costs, she wants to protect her son. She doesn't want anything to happen to her son. She wants her son to be protected at all costs. Go ahead. At the same time, उसको ये भी पता है कि अरे he is a supreme person of Godhead. But what will overrule सुप्रीम पर्सनालिटी गॉडेड बोल के कुछ फिक्र नहीं करने का, वो उसका मन में आएगा, या ही इज माय सन, आई नीड टू प्रोटेक्ट हिम एट ऑल कॉस्ट? कौन सा, व्हाट विल बी प्रीडोमिनेंट इन देयर माइंड?
He is my son, I need to protect him.
करेक्ट, दैट्स द थिंग, ही इज माय सन, आई नीड टू प्रोटेक्ट हिम, आई नीड, यही उसका मन में जा रहा है. सो दैट्स अ वात्सल्य भाव शी हैज गॉट उसमें. ओके, सो बोल रहे देवी की अवध नहीं फ्रॉम इन वृंदावन, नो वन रिगार्डेड कृष्णा एज द सुप्रीम पर्सनालिटी ऑफ गॉड. ये लोग और भी है, सच्चा बड़ा आदमी है, सब जन वर्शिप करते हैं, सब कुछ करते हैं. वृंदावन में तो उसको कोई प्यार भी नहीं करता था कृष्णा को. दे ऑल ट्रीटेड हिम एज वन अमंगस्ट देम. एंड दिस बीइंग सेड, देयर इज द हाईएस्ट लेवल ऑफ वर्शिप अगेन. कृष्णा लाइक्स दैट. अभी हर दिन क्या होता है, हर जन आके उसका पैर पड़ता है, ए भगवान तुम ये करो वो करो, मेरे को ऐसा देख लो, मेरा ये प्रॉब्लम है वो प्रॉब्लम है, सब पूछते थे. और उधर है वृंदावन में गोपा सब क्या करते कृष्णा को, चल खेलते कि नहीं खेलते तू. सो कृष्णा समटाइम्स यू विल नॉट प्ले, ही विल डू मिस्chief. बोले कि हम मेरे, इवन व्हेन ही इज आउट इन अ गेम, ही विल से आई एम नॉट आउट. कृष्णा इज आल्सो अ गुड चीटर, तो वो चीटिंग भी करता था. वो चीटिंग करते थे. बाकी गोपा से क्या करते थे उसको, कृष्णा तुम चीट करते तो बाहर बैठ, तेरे को खेलने में नहीं लेगा. तो कृष्णा विल आल्सो से ओके ठीक है मत ले, मैं जाके बैठेगा, बाहर जाके बैठेगा. बट कितना देर बैठेगा, बाद में कृष्णा विल कम, चलना मेरे को लेना. तो मान के लेते क्या तू गलती किया. कृष्णा से हाँ मैंने गलती किया, चल अभी आ जा, नेक्स्ट टाइम नहीं करने का. तो दैट टाइप ऑफ रिलेशनशिप इज मच बेटर फॉर कृष्णा. लाइक्स दैट, वेयर ही इज बीइंग ट्रीटेड एज अ फ्रेंड एंड ही इज बीइंग आल्सो, दैट इज व्हाट कृष्णा लाइक्स आल्सो. ये बोल रहे हैं कि इधर इन वृंदावन नो वन रिगार्डेड कृष्णा एज द सुप्रीम पर्सनालिटी ऑफ गॉड. When something very wonderful happened because of Krishna's activities, the inhabitants of Vrindavana, the cowherd men, the cowherd boys, Nanda Maharaja, Yashoda and others were surprised, but they never considered their son Krishna the supreme personality of God. अभी क्या है कि कृष्णा हर दिन एक एक असुर को मारता था. On the seventh day, sixth day or seventh day, he killed Putana. कभी उसने पूतना को मारना शुरू किया. So every day he was killing somebody or the other. Like this, some asura or somebody will get killed. And these boys also, covered boys and everybody, gopas, they all will go to the forest. फॉरेस्ट में जाने के बाद क्या होएगा, फॉरेस्ट में जाने के बाद में उधर सम असुरा विल कम टू अटैक. ये इन लोगों का तो क्या, सुबह से कृष्णा का क्या बोला मैं, सुबह से खेलने का वही है. ही गो टू द फॉरेस्ट विद फ्रेंड्स फॉर व्हाट, ओनली टू प्ले. बच्चे हैं ना सब, बच्चे तो वही करेंगे, खेलते रहेंगे. सो दे गो टू प्ले. सब अपना अपना हाथ में टिफिन डब्बा भी रखा है, सब लेके जाते हैं. टाइम आ गया भी खाने के लिए भी, तो तभी कोई असुर आ जाते हैं, असुर को मार देते कृष्णा, जैसे कोई मच्छर को मार दिया. उतना से हो जाता है, वो मार लेते हैं। बाद में मारने के बाद क्या करते हैं लोग? बैठ के खाते हैं, दे ईट एज इफ नथिंग हैज हैपेंड। अभी तुम मच्छर को किधर मारा, तो थोड़ी उतना केयर करेगा मच्छर के लिए, यू विल नॉट केयर सो मच, बट यू विल कंटिन्यू विथ वॉट एवर वर्क यू आर डूइंग। अभी उधर के उनका काम ही किया है, ओनली टू ईट, ओनली टू प्ले एंड ईट एंड स्लीप। रेस्ट करने का, बाद में गेम खेलने का, शाम को वापस आने का, इतना ही है उनका काम। तो कृष्णा वॉज किलिंग दी असुरास लेके मच्छर। इन लोग सब लड़का लोग भी देखेगा, अरे वाह कृष्णा तुम मार दिया, अच्छा। और कुछ डेंजर रहेगा तो ए कृष्णा कुछ आ रहा है, देख ले, संभाल ले, हम लोग को सबको संभाले बस। नहीं, कृष्णा ऑल्सो really could take care of all of them. And there are many stories going like this in this, the 10th canto, very interesting ones. But the point क्या है कि इधर this type of relationship, इसको क्या बोलते हैं? सख्य भाव of friendship, ये जो है ना, so what? They were they are concerned about Krishna or not? Different Gopas, they were very much concerned about Krishna. They will not go to the forest unless and until Krishna is there. So they will wait for Krishna. Daily सुबह के भगवान को उठा देंगे लोग, आवाज विवाज करके आएंगे उधर, सब आएगा. In the meantime, Yashoda would have prepared the what do you call that? She would have prepared the milk or boiled the milk. हॉट सब कर दीजिए. Sweets बनाएगी daily. She'll prepare the sweets also every day in the morning, and she will give to Krishna. And the boys will come. Hey, Krishna बोलेगा. So यशोदा माता sometimes he is sleeping. अभी उठ जाएगी. इन लोग अंदर आके कृष्णा को उठा देगा. चल उठ, हम लोग को जाना है, जंगल जाना है आज, उठना जल्दी. उठाएगा and सब आके they all will be like that. So that is how Krishna was spending his time so beautifully, so happily. अभी इसमें where is the question of any unhappiness in this? बिल्कुल नहीं है. Happiness. So इसलिए बोलते कि these people never consider Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead, because Krishna also did not want them to consider him as the supreme personality of Godhead. अगर सोच लो, अभी हम सब है, हमारा बीच में भगवान आके बैठे तो हम क्या करेंगे? हमारा बातचीत सब बंद हो जाएगा, है कि नहीं? एंड विल नॉट टॉक टू गॉड ऑल्सो लाइक द वे वी टॉक विथ ईच अदर. एकदम सा सामने आके खड़ा रहेगा वो भगवान, प्लीज प्रणाम करेगा, साष्टांग प्रणाम करेगा, सब कुछ करेगा. एंड व्हाट विल डू? भगवान मेरे काम करो ना, वो काम करो ना, मेरा ऐसे है वैसे है, प्रॉब्लम है, सॉल्व करो. ऑल दिस थिंग्स विल स्टार्ट. बट व्हेन यू कंसिडर कृष्णा एज वन अमंगस्ट यू, you don't ask such things. You don't ask any such things. You treat him like one घर का एक सदस्य बोल के हम उसको ट्रीट करते हैं, उसमें हमारा एक रिलेशनशिप, एक रिश्ता बन जाता है उनके साथ. Then that's what is very important. So here sometimes they suggested that great demigods had appeared there as Krishna. In such an exalted status of devotional service, a devotee forgets the position of Krishna. The devotees have forgotten the position of Krishna as Krishna and intensely loves the Supreme Personality of Godhead without understanding his position. Yashoda Mataji never knew that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. None of the Gopas knew that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Gopis were not at all bothered that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. When Krishna disappeared, at that time they were just searching for Krishna. At that time उधर की विष्णु आके खड़े हो गया. Krishna changed himself, his form into Vishnu, and he was standing there. So all these gopis came there. They were all passing. They saw suddenly Narayana is standing. So they said, "Oh, Narayana, thank you, Hare Krishna." तो बोला कृष्ण देखता. फिर गोपी ने पूछा, नारायण भगवान आपने कृष्ण को देखा क्या इधर से जाते समय? मुझे see how they're asking Krishna, तुमने देखा क्या? Have you seen Krishna going? They are searching for Krishna. Krishna was standing in the form of a Vishnu, He couldn't control himself. Immediately that Vishnu form disappeared and he became Krishna. No, he couldn't control himself because इतने गोपी लोग पूछते हैं मेरा बारे में इतना. They are really searching for me. Their love and affection for me is overflowing. भगवान बोला इस situation में how can I still remain as Vishnu? So he came back to his original form of Krishna and सब गोपी से पकड़ के उसका पिटाई की. तुम किधर ऐसे कर रहे तू बोल के. That type of relationship Krishna also likes, enjoys it. There's there. अभी सोचो ना, तुम किधर भी जाते हो तुमको बहुत रेस्पेक्ट देता है और कुछ नहीं, क्या करेगा तुम? कंटाल आ जाएगा जिंदगी में. बट they've got friends with whom you can open your heart and talk and बहुत मजा आता है उसमें तो, है ना? तो ऐसे कृष्ण को ऐसे मानता था. That's why it says this is called Kevala Bhakti and is distinct from the stages of Jnana Bhakti and Jnanamayi Bhakti. So I will explain what these three bhaktis are. Okay. Jnana Bhakti means having that knowledge, cultivating that knowledge. Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Vishnu is there. So when Jnana Bhakti aa jata hai, I know that he is the Supreme Lord. So what will be my relationship with him? Only of awe and reverence. Awe and reverence, right? And I'll be worshipping him, I'll be praying to him. ये सब करते जाएगा. उसमें लव नहीं है. Only भगवान का I know his position as the Supreme Lord. इसलिए with great आवर. अभी हम मंदिर जाते हैं ना, मंदिर में क्या करते हैं? भगवान को प्रणाम करते समय प्रणाम करते हैं ना भगवान को. तो that is the awe and reverence. That's what we pray to him. There we don't love the Lord there. There is no relationship. Only as you are the supreme person, I am an ordinary individual. So I look at you, I pay pranams to you, I respect. कुछ मंत्रा मेरे को मालूम है वो मैं बोल देता हूँ और एक दो तीन प्रदक्षिणा मारता हूँ और बाहर निकल के कुछ प्रसाद मिला तो खा के आ जाता हूँ. क्या हुंडी है, हुंडी में कुछ पैसा डालना है वो भी डाल के निकल जाता. This all just because I have only one knowledge, that is the Supreme Lord. उतना ही है मेरा knowledge, उससे ज्यादा नहीं है. Have I developed my love for Lord? I don't have any, in that situation, I don't have any love for God. Then comes the second one stage, Jnanamayi Bhakti. First was Jnana Bhakti. Now this is Jnanamayi Bhakti. In Jnanamayi Bhakti, I'm going one stage further, where I have the Lord, I have the knowledge that Lord is supreme, able ke sab, is everything. And I also started now developing some amount of love for Krishna. So this is it's a mixture. It's a mixture of both knowledge and love of God. But ये प्योर भक्ति नहीं है. पहला तो ज्ञाना में मैं जो कर रहा हूँ भगवान को, उसमें तो भक्ति है ही नहीं. Because bhakti means pure love for God. That is called as bhakti. समझे ना? Because bhakti people have got many, it has been distorted. But शास्त्र में क्या लिखा है, भगवान क्या लिखा है, भागवत में लिखा है, भक्ति means true love for God. That is called as bhakti. But Jnana Bhakti mein, only that knowledge I have got, that is superior everything. Jnanamayi Bhakti mein, it is a mixture of bhakti and it is a mixture of knowledge and a bit of love for the Supreme Lord. If third aa jata hai, that is the highest level. This is called Kevala Bhakti. Kevala Bhakti is pure love of Godhead. Pure love. Even I don't have any knowledge about him. Who is he? Like gopis. They never knew that who is Krishna. क्या उन लोग क्या वेद पाठ किया था क्या? कुछ नहीं किया है. They were getting up as usual by 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. सुबह they want to see Krishna. शाम को हो गया तो they have to go out and spend time with Krishna. That's what they were doing. गोपास क्या करता था? गोपास को थोड़ी मालूम था कि भगवान कृष्ण है बोल के, तो कुछ पता नहीं था. They were treating him as friends and they were behaving like that. Nanda Maharaja and Yashoda Amma, did they treat their son as Supreme Lord? बिल्कुल नहीं. ये तो मेरा बेटा है. And this son is dependent upon me. That is a feeling Yashoda Mata had. Nanda Maharaja. That is the highest love, highest feeling, you know. Now what happens is we all feel that we are dependent on the Lord. But उधर क्या हो गया? उधर Yashoda Mata is thinking that I can't leave Krishna alone because Krishna is dependent upon me. So I got a big responsibility of taking care of Krishna. And that is the highest level of bhakti. So that is called Kevala Bhakti. Kevala Bhakti is sirf only and only love for Krishna. Like the mother, she was in a Vatsalya bhav. And as mother, what do the mothers think over the child? The child is dependent upon them. That's what they think, no? Like that only, Yashoda was also thinking that this child is dependent upon me. Okay, so with this I'll stop the class. I have overshot by about 9 minutes. So कुछ points है आप लोगों को बोलने के लिए? Anything you want to add? Any comments or any corrections anybody has got to make or anything? I'm open for everything.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna. Pandyaji, boliye.
Sir,
So-
if we have to find happiness, then we have to surrender to Krishna.
Yeah, surrender to Krishna, but surrender कैसा होता है वो समझना चाहिए ना.
हाँ,
सही बात है,
वो आप
surrender करना
समझाओ.
है. हाँ. वो आप समझा ना, समझाएगा. वो समझाने के लिए वही की काम है. So we have to start with this Vaidika Bhakti. What I said sometime back, Vaidika Bhakti means that we have to start chanting the holy name of the Lord and follow the 4 regulative principles. So chanting the holy name of the Lord is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. We have to do surrender comes very gradually, and we have to reach a stage where Satatam Kirtanto Mam Etantascha Dridhavrataha Namassantascha Mamardha Nitya Yukta Upasate. Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, you should Satatam Kirtanto Mam. Always you have to think of Krishna. तो उसके लिए तो टाइम लगता है. तो क्योंकि अभी एक राउंड करने के लिए भी तो हमको बहुत तकलीफ पड़ जाती है कि नहीं. तो 16 राउंड करना है, इधर करते हैं 16 राउंड. तो there are some devotees. I met one devotee in Kargar temple. No, daily he is chanting 64 rounds. अरे बाप रे. And he gets up at 2:30 early morning. He comes to temple 4:30 का आरती करता है. वो आरती करने के बाद में he starts with his chanting. And 64 rounds every day is क्या कमिटमेंट है. मैं सोचा बाप रे कब आएगा ये सब कमिटमेंट मेरे को इसमें. तो जैसे हम वैदिक भक्ति फॉलो करेंगे, वैदिक भक्ति मीन्स डूइंग दिस chanting the rounds daily, following the 4 regulative principles. 4 regulative principles is no intoxication, no meat eating, no gambling, and no illicit sex.
Yes, sir.
होना चाहिए, ये 4 नहीं होना चाहिए. And if you are following also, if you are also chanting daily, then that will really help us to make good progress. Then Vaidika Bhakti say gradually we will reach that Raganuga Bhakti. Raganuga Bhakti means it is spontaneous love for Krishna. जैसे देखते देखते हमको मन में always is running spontaneous love, like Yashoda Mata, Gopas, Gopis. They could not think of anything else except Krishna. That is Raganuga Bhakti.
So the advanced devotee forgets
Boliye.
Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead.
Yeah,
मतलब वो
he
इतने
forgets.
एडवांस लेवल पे जाते हैं कि वो भगवान है यही भूल जाते हैं. तो हमें वो गोपिका जैसी मतलब गोपियों की जो भक्ति है उस भक्ति तक हमें पहुंचना, हमें कोशिश करनी चाहिए.
Yes, correct. उसके लिए the only way is Raganuga Bhakti, this Vaidika Bhakti. There is no other way given, This comes in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. It has been covered beautifully. Any other takeaways? Anybody else?
एसोसिएशन इज वेरी इम्पोर्टेंट. इसके लिए हमेशा भक्तों के साथ रहना जरूरी.
वो तो ही है. करेक्ट. यस.
Born like normal people are born out of parents, two parents getting this thing, having a relationship. The Supreme Lord is not born out that way. The Supreme Lord was born because of the devotion of the Lord, devotion of his parents towards.
Yeah. Yes. He was born to them because they wanted him. That's why they were born. Correct. And because they got that high level of bhakti, that's why he was born to Devaki and Vasudeva. Because we can also pray, God, please come in my life, but God will not come. Because we are not that pure, first of all. We have got so much of material attachments. So many things we want in this material. So many desires we have in this world, So these things don't allow us to
10,000 celestial years we have got to.
No, that is also not required. That's not necessary. If you become a pure devotee means what? You are free from all your material desires.
Attachments.
And material desires. I'm not attached. Attachment is one thing. But still in our mind, in our heart, sometimes these sinful desires are also there, no? So even those sinful desires should not be there. So this gets explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita by Lord Chaitanya. He is explaining that. Even that sinful desires, as long as they are there, the last vestiges of sinful desire is there, it is very difficult to make progress. But Krishna helps us out to overcome that also when we sincerely pray to him.
Yeah.
One is material attachment, that is one thing. Second is the sinful desire. And the biggest sinful desire is being explained is the attraction for the opposite gender. That's the biggest sinful desire. Yeah.
That's why for regulative principle following is very, very essential.
Yes, right. Okay, any questions anybody has? Yes, Venkataraman, Venkateshwara, Gopal Das Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Some immature question from my side.
Hare Babare, immature questions are very dangerous to answer. Okay, very difficult to answer.
Not like that, Prabhu. This Balramji had two mothers. He shared the Garbha of Devaki as well as Rohini.
Yes.
Whereas Krishna, he appeared in the heart of Vasudeva.
Correct.
Then he shifted to the Devaki's heart or Devaki's body.
Yes.
And then he appeared. He did not deliver. He did not deliver like any baby.
No, correct.
Correct, no, Prabhu?
Yes, correct. He appeared there.
He just appeared there with 4 arms.
Correct.
At the end of so-called pregnancy.
Yeah. But for material purposes, what happens
yes.
is, this we understand. But for when it is being explained, it's being explained that he was born. That's what it is being told. Understand?
Okay.
So, because otherwise what happens is, for the common man, it becomes very difficult for him to accept it.
Yes.
So, in order to...
And not only that, Prabhu, people think that it is unscientific. For example,
exactly,
the concept of immaculate conception.
Yeah.
It is not an ordinary birth. It is a divya. Janma karma cha me divyam.
Correct.
Yes.
Right.
And one more doubt, Prabhu. What we do, prayer and all, is not love for God. We have awe and fear and awe and everything about God. And we know that He will protect us. So we know that He is the Prajapita, He is the Father, He will take care of us. But bhakti, is it love or is it a duty, our duties?
Okay. It starts as a duty first.
It starts as a duty.
It starts as a duty. Then we do a Vaidika Bhakti. Vaidika Bhakti means this is the process given to us and we follow that process.
Yes.
So as we keep on following that process, a stage reaches where gradually the love for God also starts sprouting in our heart. So that is a stage where we reach the Jnanamayi Bhakti. Jnanamayi Bhakti means it's a mixture of my duty, my knowledge about Krishna, and also my love for Krishna. In between on and off, the love also comes, Hey Bhagavan, you are such a great person. That this knowledge also start getting the feeling. And sometimes I also start getting the feeling I have to really do something for you, Krishna. You are there, you are doing so much for me. I have to also do something for you. That type of feelings also sometimes we start getting. So that is a mixture, Jnanamayi Bhakti. Third, then from there you graduate to Kevala Bhakti. Yes.
So Kevala Bhakti is just service to Krishna. Without expectation. Without any...
No, that without expectation you may still even do, even in the Jnana Bhakti you may do it, and Jnana Kevala Bhakti, Jnanamaya Bhakti also you may be doing. You may not have expectation because you have understood over a period of time that you should not expect anything from Krishna or you should not ask anything. But the
Yes,
true love for Krishna has not still come.
yes.
The true love for Krishna has not come, just like the gopis or the Brajavasis. That true love has not come.
True love means unconditional love.
Unconditional love, and I am in a true love. I am willing to do something for you. What is the meaning of love? Let's put it like, let us define love. Love means where I am not expecting anything from you, but even without your expectation, I am willing to do something for you. Let me take an example of you and your daughter or son, whatever it is, at home. Sometimes your daughter may shout at you or your son may shout at you, but still your love for your daughter or son doesn't diminish. It still remains. आप भी shout किया आएगा, next minute उसको कुछ मांगते बोलेगा तो तुम ठीक है मैं जाके करके आएगा बोल के करेगा. Because I love my daughter. So कितना भी मेरे पास चिल्लाएगा, मैंने बोलेगा चल जा अभी नहीं करेगा तेरे को, तो मेरे पास चिल्ला ऐसा नहीं मैं बोलेगा, कभी कभी गुस्से में बोलेगा, but still I will go and do. She wants to buy something from outside. Now it's night time, she cannot go. So I said, you come with me or I will accompany you. Let us go and buy it and come. Jaki. Where I am willing to undertake extra difficulties to please you or to satisfy you without expecting anything in return from you. Am I clear?
Okay. Yeah, clear.
समझे ना?
Yeah.
So ये example से हम देखते हैं. So this is how that true that Kevala Bhakti comes.
So
Where
Prabhuji,
some-
unmotivated,
Kevala Bhakti,
interrupted.
one minute, Prabhu. In Kevala Bhakti, this also comes where I start getting the feeling that Krishna is dependent upon me. I have to do it. I have to take care of, like the mother and the child. You know, or even in this case, sir. अभी बच्चा रो रहा है तो भी लगता है कि सुबह स्कूल पे गया किधर गया, वो दोपहर खाने के अंदर में खाना तैयार बना के रखना चाहिए, नहीं तो वो भूखा रहेगा. So I have to keep it ready for him. So here my whole concern is that, and what am I expecting in return? Zero. Yeah. I think we'll wind up the class now. It's already 10:30. Okay. Shila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Bhagavatam
Jai.
Prabhupada ji ki jai. Hare Krishna to everyone.